Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a Halloween haunted house with brown paper bag. Right here, you can put goodie inside, okay? So, ready? Let's do this project. Okay, first one, you need a brown paper bag and color papers, all right? Glue, scissors, pencil, eraser, but I will use Sharpie, easy for you to see my drawing. And you can use a ruler to draw mine and the color pencils, okay? All right, let's get starting it. So first one, I'm going to clean my table. I'm going to have you have a black paper, and then we are ready to draw, okay? But I'm going to draw on the white paper. You can use black paper and use white pencil to draw on the top, okay? We are going to draw roof, all right? So first you have a brown bag, put it on the bottom, all right? So you kind of measure a little bit, okay? About probably 3.5 inch on the top. And then all you need to do is draw a line a little bit bigger than the brown paper bag, okay? And you are going to draw a line to cover the top 3.5 inch for the top and bottom, okay? So let's draw a line on the right and draw a line on the left. And then what you need to do, you are gonna do curve, 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 curve on the top, but on the bottom I suggest not drawing it, because we can fold in half and cut it together on the black paper, okay? So it will become symmetrical. But just for your information, both sides needs to be curved. Even if it's not symmetrical, that's fine, because one you will be in the front, one on the back. You know, you don't really gonna see it. All right, we are gonna draw a chimney, and the chimney is very easy. All you need to do is draw rectangles, small rectangle, thin rectangle on the top, and then big rectangle on the bottom. Again, draw it on the black paper, okay? But you can use white pencil. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, this is the paper I did it from the computer, okay? And then we are going to start to cut it out. First, I'm going to cut out the chimney. It's easier. So cut out the chimney. Okay, little by little. So you have a chimney ready, okay? And I'm going to put it on the side, ready for later to use. And then this one is the roof. And we are gonna follow the line and cut. Follow line and cut. Little by little, okay? and then fold it in half. You have a chimney, roof. Okay, you have a roof. Okay, all right, clean table. All right, next one, I'm going to have you bring the brown paper back. Okay, what I want you to do, you are gonna fold it. Okay, see which side is front. I'm gonna fold it. Okay, you ready? Let's fold it a little bit. Like that. All right, and then we are going to put glue and then glue it on like this, okay? Like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, open it, put glue on the back, lots of glue, not in the front, only on the back, okay? And then place over the top, right in the center. Okay, and right now put glue right here. Just right here, okay? All right, and then close it up. Close it up. Like that. You have a beautiful roof. Okay, and then later on you can open it easily, okay? So this is the roof, and I'm going to have a chimney right here, all right? So put a little bit glue on the end. Right here. Easy. Okay, next one, I want to do a moon. Okay, I'm gonna use yellow paper and draw a circle. You will need some kind of stencil, okay? So for example, let me see if I can find a stencil. The circle, please try not to do too big, okay? So find a stencil, trace it, and then you have a full moon, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this one, I did it from the computer, and cut out one of the circle. Little by little, follow the line. Okay, then I got a full moon, and the full moon, I'm going to do it on the corner, okay? Glue it on the corner like that. You can, don't glue too low because I'm gonna have a window, one of the round circle, rounded window right there. You can glue anywhere, okay? But I suggest put it on the corner would be nice, like that. Okay, you got the full moon. Next one, I want you to get the brown paper. We are going to draw doors, okay? So for the door, think about it, how you can design it. And any door you like, okay? Any door you're gonna design, but I'm just kind of roughly make the rectangle and then have a door frame, like the frame for the door. And I'm going to put 4 windows, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4 windows. And these windows, you can divide it. Now make it look real, right? And then you can do doorknob. And this door, I like to do some texture, like make it like it's a wooden door, like that, make some texture, look like a wooden door, right? And then we make the stairs. Okay, so the stairs, you are gonna do one line shorter, one line longer, this line shorter, this line a little bit longer, diagonal line, straight down, close up, diagonal line, close up, straight down, close up. So you make the stairs, and for these stairs you can draw a little bit texture on the top, and then I'm gonna do some rocky design, like made from the rock, that kind of design, little by little, fill it in like that. You can do any kind of door, so just give you an idea. And then the window, if you like it to be dark, then you're gonna color in black. Okay, just like that, so there's somebody in there, but in the dark. Stay in the dark, in the shadow. Okay, so this is the door, and then on the top I did a little bit design, so the door look fancier. You can color in black. Just do some kind of design so the door look fancier like that. Okay, all right, so we are gonna cut off on the print out. All right, you see lots of doors, right? Cut off on the print out. Little by little. This one is going to place on the center, okay? Okay. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to have this one. I'm going to put it on the top, okay, right here. But before I put it on, I feel here it's a little bit plain. You see, put it on the top. I'm gonna do some grass, okay? So I'm gonna draw grass. So you can do up, down, draw some grass. Up, down, draw some grass. Like that. And then you color in black. Color in. I'm gonna flip a little bit over so I can color better. I like to take care, when I color, I like to take care of the edges first. And then I color in. Okay, just like that. Very simple, right? Color in. You see, I finish. Okay, that's the grass. And then I'm gonna glue the door right on the top like that. Okay, so flip it over, put some glue. Glue right on the top, right here. I'm gonna measure it. I want it to be in the center, like that. Okay, and I'm going to do a little windows, some of the windows, a little decorations. Okay, so the window, I'm gonna pick the yellow. Okay, I'm gonna pick the yellow, and I'm gonna design a rounded window right here. I can use a small stencil. Let me get one. Okay, put it on the top. Sharpie. Okay, let's do that. Follow the line. Okay, this one is set, and I'm gonna do cross. Okay, and I'm going to stick out a little bit, stick out the line. Stick out the line a little bit. It looks nicer. Window frame, okay, like that. Oh, it looks good. Okay, and then next one I want to do window. Okay, window is easy. Just I'm going to duplicate inside this small one and then add this roof. Okay, so window, you draw a rectangle, line goes down, close up, and you do cross. That's the window, easy, right? And I want to do this kind of roof style, like shorter, a little bit longer, and then close up, cutter. That's the window, okay? I'm gonna have you make 2 of these. And some of the students like to color the window in black. You can do that. Or some of the students like to draw, you know, ghost, spider. It's up to you, okay? Just quickly showing you. Somebody probably, student like to do the spider web. Like that, you can do that, or draw a ghost like that. You can do that, okay? Or even draw something more scary. Okay, I'm gonna put this one aside. I have this one already done from the computer, so you can have a choice. The window, the light is on or off. Lights on or off, okay? I'm gonna cut it from here. I want the, I have a one lights on, one lights off picture. So 2 lights on, it's up to you. So if you are going to pick, okay? So I have a 1 lights on, 1 lights off, and this one I want the lights on. Okay, so let's cut it. This one, cut it around, cut it around, cut it around. Here, 1, and window. One by one, okay, go ahead. One by one. So you go in and out. It's a bit small, okay? Follow the line, cut it. Okay. Okay, I got all the windows. All right, ready. It's time to glue it on. Okay, so you can put window, whatever you design to put it on, okay? So glue gonna be right on the top of here. Okay, window. This one lights off. This one lights on. Okay. And then you can adjust it a little bit higher, lower. It's up to you, okay? Trying to have the same height. Do you think it's the same height? A little bit lower, maybe? Like that? Okay. Like that? I think so, okay? All right. So this is good. And then this one right now still look a little bit plain. I'm gonna make a pumpkin. Okay, let's have an orange paper and draw a pumpkin. Okay, so pumpkin it's easy. Make the stem, right? And then oval. All right, and then triangle for the scary eye. Triangle for the nose. And then T's go zigzag. You do zigzag. Easy, right? And now all you need to do, make some lines. And then your pumpkin will be done, okay? And don't make it too big. Make it small, okay? So you can see this one is the print out. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it from here. Okay. Cut the pumpkin. Okay. And I'm going to put some glue. And then how about right next to the door side? Here will be a really nice place to put it on. And then we can get the orange color pencil. You can color a little bit darker on the bottom. And then color the line, and then it looks more interesting. Like that. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay. All right, next one. I'm going to do sign for trick or treat, happy Halloween, okay? And then remember this one, we can draw something, okay? Like for example, the spider web, right? Spider web and ghost. Okay, something like that, okay? All right, and the next one, I'm going to do trick or treat, happy Halloween. And I'm going to use the orange, purple paper, because yellow, orange with purple, they are perfect combination. Best contrast color. And also you can, the color it's all really like, you know, look like a Halloween color. So first we can draw an oval. All right, and then we can draw curve, 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 curve. And then some people like to, you know, make the statement. Like me, I'm gonna turn into a bat. You see, you can color it and then it become a bat. This is the wing and this is the body part. Okay, so each one you can turn into a bat. Okay, so this one, how about right here? Right here, turn the body part, right? And then do wing, wing. Okay, so same thing here, body part, upside down a little bit, wing, wing. So you are gonna draw bat if you like, okay? It looks cute. Bat with wings. You have so much bat around, and then I'm gonna use a smaller one, and you can write. You can write HAPPY, Happy Halloween, HALLOWEEN. You can write words on the top, okay? And then make sure your handwriting it's good, okay? My handwriting not so good. All right, and another one, it's this one. I'm gonna plan to put the sign right here. Another one here is quite empty, so I'm gonna put the stone right here, and then that stone, gravestone maybe. Okay, so let's do one line shorter, a little bit longer, close up, close up. This one look like a stone or rock, okay? But I want to make it 3D. Okay, on the top, make a smaller line, diagonal line, diagonal line. Okay, you can say stone or gravestone, okay? And if you like to make the gravestone, RIP, rest in peace, or trick or treat, I think this one is good for trick or treat because it's a trick or treat bag. Okay, and then you write TRICK, trick or treat, TREAT. But you know, this one, the words you can turn into a 3D, right? You can try to turn into a 3D and it's more fun, right? So think about it, turn into your word into a 3D, and then for the Halloween character too, okay? So you can play with it. And also, and then you can design to make it a little bit like, you know, scarier. Think about it, okay? Trick or treat. All right, so I have this one. It's cleaner. Designed it from the computer, and then they also have a fonts. Can pick, okay? So like this one, it's easier to make it from the computer. Cut out the sign. This one says Happy Halloween. Okay, and this one, it's the stone. And before I glue it on, I like to color a little bit. Okay, so for example, this one a little bit purple. This one purple. So the sign looks much prettier. Prettier. Okay, and then we put glue. Where's the glue? Right here. Flip it over, put glue, and then stick on the roof, like here. Happy Halloween. And then this one is trick or treat. I'm gonna have a black color a little bit on the top. Make it darker, you see, like that. And then I want to one more pops out, so I'm gonna color black again, but lighter. I don't push too hard, so it look a little bit gray. So it can look like a look like a stone, right? Rocky stone. All right, color a little bit. You see right now the word really shines out. All right, trick or treat. All right, and then let's put the glue, flip it over, put glue. All right, and then bring that to the side and let's glue it on like that. Ta-da! We finish it. Wow! And then here I'm gonna just put my hand inside and then make it open. And then inside, think about it. You can put the goodies in there, okay? And then we close right here. All right, and let me show you a different view and see how it look alike, okay? So ready? Take a look. Trick or treat. This is the haunted house, the brown paper bag. Okay, and then you can open it, put a lot of goodie inside. Like that, okay? And then you can close it. And you can put it at home for the decoration too, okay? Like that. I hope you enjoy the lesson. I see you next week, okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Enjoy the lesson.